everybody, I'm Tommy, this is Zach, and we have been having a lot of fun on stream lately, opening up packs of cards. Now, you might just think, why not do that in the privacy of your own home? But we're not just opening up packs of cards on stream, we're opening up souls of hardened men. You know, you can't keep things inside forever or you're gonna get some sort of horrible disease. Secrets turn to cancer, lies turn to malignant nodes or nodules.
That's right. Unblock the colon of your secrets.
That's right.
By watching Opening Up with Tommy and Zach.
That's right.
We're streaming it, and then we're going to have some clips from the streams here for you to watch on YouTube.
Yeah.
On the show, we open up packs of everything from Magic the Gathering to like Batman 89.
Vintage Star Wars, new Star Wars. We open up some wrestling. We may dive into the world of sports. I know that's a word that scares you nerds, but we might dive into the world of sports. Listen, this is a show about people. It's a safe space to open up, okay?
Yes.
No longer will we remain wrapped in the metaphorical packs of life. We will unbox, unpack, and share our feelings like grown men, women, and adults, okay?
And speaking of which, you definitely want to be there the next time we stream this because we get audience submissions. And those are way juicier than anything Tommy or I say.
Yeah, my story's like, I snuck a turkey leg at Thanksgiving, and my mom slapped me in the hand, and I cried, and then my parents got divorced, and my dad said it was my fault. That's actually a great story.
We get wild bathroom stories, sex stories, all kinds of stuff.
Sex in bathroom stories.
That's right. Actually, I'm looking forward to more of those. Yeah. Submitted anonymously, and you can even send us packs to open up. We'll have a P.O. box linked in the description of this video. Send us whatever weird Alf or Operation Desert Storm cards you might have. Yeah. We'll open them up on stream.
Alf is back, and he's in card form. Look, it feels good to open up. Everybody knows when you get something off your chest, you just feel a little lighter. You got a little more pep in your step. You're a little more fun to be around. So let us open up to you. You open up to us. We'll open up some packs. And that's a recipe for what I would call a delicious truth pasta. Listen, if it were up to me, this would be pure chaos. But Zach, what are the rules?
Yeah, so as we open up packs of all kinds of cards, certain cards, like the letter they start with, or whether it's a designated chase card, like it's a valuable card, triggers either Tommy or myself opening up and telling a story, or, more importantly, us reading a blind submission audience story.
I pulled a Kylo Ren. Zach, I ate your lunch today. That's the type of open up that can happen on this show.
Keep an eye out on the Breakroom YouTube community page and on the Breakroom Twitter page for the next time we're going live. You'll see the link posted for the submissions.
Submit if you dare. Let's open up some #1 hit movie, Batman cards. There he is, Jack Nicholson as the Joker himself. God, you could just...
It's got a 60-cent price tag on it.
Yeah, these originally retailed for $60.
I paid a lot more than that on eBay.
I've got one for you.
For it.
Another audience open up. We've got an outrageous assault.
Ooh.
An outrageous assault.
I replaced my roommate's fish when it died while he was away. Not like I neglected it, but I still felt guilty. He never found out and never will.
Oh,
well,
my goodness.
First off, unless you did a necropsy, I don't think you know for sure whether you killed that fish or not.
That's true.
How can you know?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I guess a mother always knows, right? I can relate to this story. My sister, my poor sister, her kids won fish at the carnival last year. And if you know something about carnival fish, they ain't well to begin with. They're not sending their best from PetSmart.
Right.
So they had two fish, and one's name was Night, and one's name was like Misty or something. Not Misty, that's Misty Knight from Daredevil. It was like Night, and then the other fish was something else, and it was a white and a black goldfish, and they kept dying, and my sister kept replacing them. And one time for Night, when Night died, like on the 5th time Night died, they bought another black goldfish, and it was way smaller. And my niece came down and said, "Night's sick. He's losing weight. He's losing weight." So, yeah, I get it. You know, my worst nightmare is, watching someone else's animal and it dies.
On your watch. Yes.
I used to dog sit for some very geriatric dogs, and they were huge. They were like mooses. Mooses? They were big. They were big and they were cumbersome and they moved real slow and they were incontinent. So they were just, no matter how many times you took them out, they shit the floor no matter what. And I was so sure one of the times I was dog sitting, like at least one of these dogs was just going to, and then whoever's dressed in a Cruella DeVille costume would have to run over and make a vest or something out of him.
Now, my next one, the Titans Clash. That is a T.
That's a T, definitively.
The start, and that's a great one. Ever Danced with the Devil in the Pale Moonlight?
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's a hell of a scene. I think that's on the roof in the final scene. That's so good. Okay, Tommy, do you have a little open up you'd like?
I do. I'd love to open up about a memory. As I said, I was blasting some piss out of my dick earlier, and I was thinking about this gal that I dated before my last serious relationship. I'd met her on Hinge.
Oh.
And it was like kind of just coming out of pandemic, online dating, which was like a lot of chatter. And then like, when do we feel safe meeting in person and like potentially, infecting each other with a novel coronavirus? And we agreed to meet. She lived in Santa Monica at the time. And we met at a park and we sat down to talk and kind of just like get to know each other. And within seconds, a dog came over and pissed on me.
No.
So I'm talking 5 minutes, maybe less, into our first date. A dog walked over and pissed on me.
Like leg up?
Like came over and just pissed on the side of my shirt. I was sitting like this, so like imagine like this fabric, pissed like right here. And she's like, I think that dog is peeing on you. And I looked over and I'm like, oh my God, it is. And I was like, kind of like, gently shoot it away. The dog's owner did not acknowledge, did not apologize. And I said, hey, your dog just peed on me. Also it's like, what is the appropriate thing to do? For me, if it was my dog, I'd be like, she's going to the pound. We're going to euthanize her.
No.
But the dog's owner was like, she was like a Kardashian knockoff and like kind of just like picked the little dog up and walked away. And this girl, I think in that moment was like, I will not spend my life with a coward. Like, you did not hurl that dog into the ocean. She lost all respect for me.
Wait, don't you think if you would have freaked out, if you would have screamed at the dog owner, that wouldn't have...
I agree. I think it was a lose-lose. I think that was God. The show is driven by Christ, powered by Christ. I think that was God saying, this isn't your forever person, Tommy.
Yeah.
But this dog is going to piss on you today because you sinned. And I took that as a dual message from my Lord and Savior that day. But I hadn't really ever talked about that out loud, about getting pissed upon by a dog on a first date. And let me just say, it gets better. The story doesn't get better. That's the end of it. But life gets better.
Life gets better.
I'll say it's been almost 2 years. I have not been pissed on a dog since.
If you're currently sitting in a pool of a dog's piss, it gets better. Okay, my open up. Well, just you talking about being peed on. So this is maybe I have 2 traumatic body fluid stories from my youth, okay?
Just give us one, because there's going to be other H&D cards out there.
There's room to grow. So the worst one, I grew up in Florida. We're taking a bus field trip. Maybe we were going to SeaWorld or, I don't know, Epcot Center or the state capitol or some shit like that.
God, I wish I grew up in Florida.
I know, almost every year we'd go to a theme park for a field trip, which when you think about it, the educational value of going to SeaWorld, pretty thin. But I'm happy we got to do it. So on one of these like kind of multi-hour, they'd get a little charter bus. All the kids from class would, drive for a couple hours. We'd go to the park. Well, this is one of those charter buses that had a bathroom in the back. Okay. And whatever. I don't know if we stopped at Hardee's on the way to the drop-off or what, but young Zach's little tummy is not feeling good.
Oh, no.
I go into that bathroom.
A sin, by the way. Using the bus bathroom is a sin.
For anything but number one.
Yeah.
For anything but number one.
It's a one zone for sure.
It's a one zone exclusive.
Reminisce while you piss.
But I mean, we're 20 minutes into a 2.5 hour drive. Okay. Yeah. So, and things are gurgling. So I go and I take a dump. And here's the bad thing, right? Not only was it an awful smelling poo, but like I somehow stirred up whatever was in the cauldron of this bus bathroom.
Yes.
And so just this wave of odor hits the entire bus. I can hear from inside the bathroom. I can hear the kids sitting close to the bathroom, commenting on the smell, mocking the smell. Now, I was not in my right frame of mind. I had yet to develop, my defense mechanisms that I have as an adult, try to play off situations like this. So my brilliant idea at the time was, I will stay in this bathroom till the smell goes away.
Yes.
Until everybody has forgotten that I'm in here.
Yes.
I will just stay in here. I stayed in that bathroom for an hour.
Wow.
Okay. Now, in hindsight, that only makes it seem you're shitting
for
an hour.
Yeah, you're digging yourself into a deeper pile of shit there. Yeah.
That's right. And so, like, I then, after an hour, walk out of the bathroom trying to be all smooth.
Sure.
The single stall bathroom.
Yeah.
It's not like 5 people had been going in and out during that hour.
Try and do key bumps on a bus. It's impossible.
No.
I got to tell you. I empathize with that story. I've had a couple poo miscues in my life at school. I had a bully so mean in my business math class in 10th grade that he would, not just me, if you left to use the bathroom, and he found it a suspicious time, when you got back, he'd be like, James took a shit.
Oh, no. That is the worst.
You'll be shocked to know that guy became an elementary school gym teacher.
Of course. I was going to guess either a cop or a gym teacher.
Well, I have a feeling the force wouldn't take him. I've got some really special cards here.
Okay. What do you got?
I've got, first of all, I think a pretty rare card in general. A card that simply showcases a car that I kind of remember from the movie, and it's just called Whoops!
Oh, that's maybe when they're on the farm?
I think
maybe
so.
There's a car crash element. You really had to be there.
That's right.
Now, here's the card I wanted to drop.
Yeah.
This is a double whammy.
Oh, God.
Because it is both an April O'Neil, and it starts with a vowel.
Oh, God.
So it is our first chase card of this particular opening up episode.
So I got to eat this gum?
I'm going to chew it too. Why not?
Oh, God.
We're going to chew this
Cheers.
35-year-old gum. I've got an empty cup. We've both got cups. Should we need to spit out?
Cup, Tom?
I got a cup. Okay. My secret is I
Oh, my
always have a
God.
cup.
Oh. That sound.
It's just dust.
Yeah.
There's no gum.
There's no gum.
Oh, it's so bad.
Oh, no.
Oh, it looked kind of normal.
Everything.
Do we need to take a break?
Nope.
You sure?
Can I have some water?
Yes.
Everything that had once made that gum is gone.
Oh, God.
Wow. You know what? I don't regret it. It had been in my mind.
I want to read this audience open up from our blind submissions here. I was moving out of my house to go to college, and my family and boyfriend were helping. Nice people. I picked up the final bag, which was vibrating for some reason. My dad hugged me to say goodbye and said my electric toothbrush was going off. My boyfriend didn't skip a beat and said, "You don't have an electric toothbrush." The silence felt like an eternity. Nobody has a follow-up to that. I had to say bye to my mom and then basically ran to the car while dying inside.
Ooh, first of all, boyfriend is either marriage material or break up with him immediately and there's no in between.
Well,
right?
is it his mind could not comprehend that you own a vibrator because he's such a sexual performer? You wouldn't need one?
Right.
Or is it just he's just a normal naive 18-year-old?
Was he like, you don't own an electric toothbrush? And it's like the end of Usual Suspects. The mug drops and then all the clues get put together.
Every time you would disappear to the bathroom.
Wait a second.
Yeah. Okay, let's do a couple of these audience open ups, the bonus ones we owed. This one. I used to constantly fart on my siblings' pillows, knowing that it would give them pink eye. My mom caught on and sat me down and told me that normal people don't do that type of stuff. I told her, I'm not like other guys.
Okay, now listen to me. I did not write that. I did not endorse that. I think we've lost the thread on what I'm not like other guys means. It does not mean fecal terror attacks. It does not mean waging war against your blood relatives.
I love, whoever wrote this, I love you so much. To fart on a pillow. Presumably nobody else is in the room. There's no
It's just
witness,
a little
evidence.
squeaklet with yourself.
Now, I also appreciate this. Okay, my Achilles heel is fart jokes. I love them.
Yeah.
I think they're incredibly funny. No matter how old I get, I'll always think they're funny. I have a 1-year-old daughter who toddles around or sits on the ground. The number of times in front of my wife, I've bent down and farted in my 1-year-old daughter's face. It's so funny. And my wife just shakes her head. My daughter doesn't know what's going on.
That's so cruel. Also, I'm sure you don't do this. The poster, though, you have to like pull your drawers down and hold.
I know, for a real pink eye.
Hold the
stinker.
pillowcase. You got to go. Oh my God! You got to open up the blast gates.
Also, I've never had pink eye, but I've heard it's awful.
Now we've got one more lined up in that prompter. I know we said 2, but I feel like we got to read this one.
Oh my God, this one starts off hot.
With some tea.
I
Yeah, go
slept
ahead.
with my ex-best friend's partner just to prove to myself that I was better than them. I'm now marrying their brother.
Are you a villain from a soap opera? I don't understand.
Also, I'm trying to get the nouns right here. So wait, whose brother are you marrying? Your ex-best friend's or the partner of your ex-best
Oh yeah,
friend?
we do. We may need a secondary opening up on this for next time. And just make sure you clarify and give us the part 2
Yes,
T.
please.
But yeah, so it sounds to me, if I'm, let me just try and the
timeline? Yeah.
It seems like ex-best friend and best friend had a falling out.
Yes.
This person slept with their partner. Okay.
Current partner, not ex-partner.
Yeah.
So like Tommy and I are best friends.
Yes.
We have a falling out.
Yeah.
Tommy sleeps with my current partner.
I don't like this scenario because I know these people in real life. It makes me very uncomfortable. And then I marry your brother.
Whoa!
I don't.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I think what I'm guessing is like you want to destroy this person's life, and you're not afraid to enter into holy matrimony to do it. And for that, I kind of respect.
I mean, also, you know what? This is a real open up because this is pretty despicable behavior, I think,
Yeah.
by all means. Because also, there are people caught in this. This
Yeah.
isn't just a you and your ex.
People are catching strays because
Yes,
of your feud.
they are pawns in your wicked game.
Wow.
Sir or madame.
You get our you win our first ever Opie, our open up of the week.
That's right.
And your
This
prize
is the
is
Opie.
Slow Ray. We're gonna send
That's
you
right.
Slow Ray.
I can already tell this is going to be a good one. I was born and raised in a brainwashing cult. No joke. I was unable to celebrate birthdays, holidays, or even speak to anyone outside of the cult. When I was finally able to make my own decisions and told my family that I no longer wanted to be in the cult, they shunned me. The world is a wild place. Wow.
That is maddening
now-
to hear.
Now, not to say that this was your experience, but like some of those things you described, maybe besides the full brainwashing, there's some kind of quasi-mainstream religions
Yeah.
that don't allow
Definitely.
some of that stuff.
I remember growing up, and there were a couple families in my neighborhood that on Halloween would post like, some would be, kind of like, we don't do Halloween, be safe, or something like, like not like, and others would be like, we're praying for you. This
Yeah,
house
yeah,
does
yeah.
not celebrate Halloween.
all you kids in your Spider-Man costume and the parents who just
Yeah.
want to like have a good time with the kids
just
for
want
the
to drink.
night.
Just want to
Yes.
drink a Labatt's Blue Light while their son runs around in a Darth Vader costume, yelling,
Yeah,
"I'm a Sith Lord! I'm a Sith Lord!"
The most innocent fun that is so far removed from Satan worshiping.
Yeah.
But also back to the open up. Well, I feel for you because
Yeah.
it's tough. It's a lonely enough world without having your family shun you.
Yes.
So I'm sorry to hear that, but also good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Good for you for realizing, like, things that bring people together, like birthdays and holidays and celebrations, are good for me. Like, I always find that, like, any religion that requires you to deprive yourself of something that is naturally, or is not hurting anyone else,
Right.
is probably not
religions
a good
that tell
thing.
you maybe not to drink or gamble or stuff like that. Okay, you can kind of see the logic there, and it is probably good advice. in
Sure.
general. But like stuff that's like, don't celebrate a birthday.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude. One time, an old friend cheated on a test off me and got both of us in trouble. I was going to be nice about it, but he never apologized. He didn't even care. So I knew he liked the certain girl at school. So I slept with the girl he liked, even though I didn't really like her. But I made sure to let him know who I was with. Revenge is sweet, motherfucker.
My
That's
God.
their words.
Why is our chat so much cooler than I was in high school? What do you guys think? The cast of Pretty Little
I know.
Liars?
I don't know
What
if
happened
this is
here?
high school or college or what, but
Yeah.
like, first off, you're fucking in school, which
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was not at that level, so
Yeah.
kudos to you, I guess. Not only that, but like sport fucking,
Yeah.
revenge fucking.
Yeah, you're just going out there slinging it around just to make someone hurt.
Also, just like we had a story like this last week, this poor woman that you
Yeah.
sleep with catching strays out
Yeah,
there.
I know.
She didn't cheat off of you.
Come on the show, poor woman catching strays.
I once got caught cheating in middle school. I too was like a pretty good student, but like even sometimes you forget to study or whatever. and this is how I got caught cheating, and this is so pathetic. I wrote the answer on the ground next to my desk.
Oh, I've done that. I've done that.
Wait, producer Evan, you did the same thing?
I think one time I wrote the answers on a piece of paper, and then I was like, oops, I dropped the paper on the floor and just left it there. And so by the time the test was coming, I was like, all right, I'll just look down and just reference things.
Wait, I'm having one of those flashbacks to doing that, but using my foot to cover up the answers, and then moving my foot slightly ajar.
That's what I did. I wrote like literally directly on the linoleum, whatever the equation or whatever the thing was.
I'm so sorry.
And again, in hindsight, and maybe like AI and computers and smartphones has fixed all this. It's dumb that we had to memorize all that shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
I think it probably, like, we could have learned more practical skills if we weren't memorizing complete bullshit, right?
I recently broke up with my partner of 5 years and need some advice on where to go from here. Okay, you came to the right place.
Yeah.
Spent most of my 20s living with at least another person, so not used to just living on my own for a while. Also, how do I know when I'm ready for the date scene again?
Tricky. This is a very tricky scenario. I will say, having lived with roommates, having lived with significant others, having lived alone, here's the situation. Do not rush into anything that you do not feel good about just because you don't want to be alone. That's how you end up with psychopaths, and that's how you end up with, never again stories and having to leave the state and start a whole new life because there's someone who won't stop sending you their blood in the mail.
Here's what I would recommend to this person.
Okay.
Go back to school.
What?
You know?
Maybe they got a PhD.
Learn something new about yourself.
Yeah.
Go back to school.
What if this is AOC?
Find some new hobbies. Find some new hobbies. Get some new stuff happening in your life.
That's really good advice.
And then the first person that tries to cheat on a test with you, you go fuck their girlfriend.
Get out of here, John. Get out of here, producer John.
Put the gum in your mouth and leave.
Here's a couple things I will say. I agree with both Tommy and John. My worst ever living experience was I got out of a long-term relationship. It was like, I gotta move. I settled for the first thing. That person turned out to be a drug addict.
Yeah.
That was a very toxic, bad situation. Luckily, I wasn't there that long. Whatever, got out of it.
Yeah.
But, so be careful. Don't rush into anything.
Yes.
Tommy's absolutely right. And on John's note, though he had to make it disingenuous and shitty there at the end, that opening advice is good. Join a club, take an improv class, take a pottery class.
Take a cooking class.
Maybe get if you're a churchgoer, get involved in a church group. Find something, I would say not online.
Yeah.
I'd say find an in-person
community,
a group. Even if it's, and don't go there with the objective of meeting somebody to date. Just go there with the objective of being social, making friends, or whatever. Because maybe even if it's not the gender you're looking for, if it's all women and you date men or whatever, right? Like, I bet you'll make some friends. You'll build up some confidence. You'll remember like what you bring to the world.
Start carving out an identity that's not just you and your partner. It's you.
Yes. And that kind of confidence, super sexy.
Yeah.
People are attracted to that.
How do you think I do so well?
Confidence.
I roll solo.
And two, the more especially if you can expand I assume usually when you break up in a long-term relationship, you lose some friends there too, because they're kind of their friends or whatever. Or maybe you've let your relationships neglect because you've been in this relationship.
Yep.
Make those new friends, and then maybe they got friends, and now you're dating them, and blah, blah, blah. So like, I think that's really solid.
And then you tell your friend to get with her friends so we can be
friends on the weekend, okay?
Do we want to just do one final audience open up to wrap it up?
Yes.
Do we got a juicy one to throw
I
at
feel
the
like
kids
this will
on the
be a
way
nice bookend. I want you guys to pay really close attention to the wording of this open up, because I think that is what that's what really sent this over for
me. Is it in the form of a riddle? When I was in third grade, Evan set up for this. Okay, let me get through it. Tommy can't even get it. When I was in third grade, I took a shit. God damn you, Evan. When I was in third grade, I took a shit on the floor to impress. To impress a guy. Well, color me impressed. You just shit on the floor. Tommy's gone. I'm sorry. He told the principal, and I got suspended. The guy you shit on the floor to impress sold you out to the principal. What did you tell your parents?
Hey, look at this. You're not gonna believe what I'm about to do.
Can you imagine?
You'll never guess what I'm gonna do.
Jimmy, why are you home early?
Sharon took a shit on the floor to impress me, and I told on her. Oh my God.
That is nuts. Third grade too. That's kind of like I would say you were advanced for your age.
Jesus.
Because I would associate that kind of chicanery with like a middle school, junior high kind of, roughhousing, hooliganism. But that third grade, you're like 9 in third grade. You're taking floor shits as a 9-year-old, dude.
What?
Wow.
God bless.
Oh, God bless you. And thank you so much. We ended strong here. Thank you, Evan.
Oh, boy.
I'm glad we did that. Again, let us know. We appreciate any feedback, ways we can do this better. I know we kind of tweaked how we display the cards. We're going to keep working on that to have that be visually impactful and kind of figure out all our little rules and tricks and stuff like that.
And we're building a collection here, and we're going to sell our collection back to the card shop and buy more cards with it.
Again, hopefully we're back and do this stream again. Otherwise, check out all the other content we have coming out on the Breakroom YouTube and Twitch channels this week. And most importantly, have yourself a good day, everybody.
Be safe out there, but not too safe.